Rock climbing in America has, for better or worse, gone mainstream. You could say that's a bit of a double-edged sword. With more and more people interested in rock climbing, there are more established climbing routes than any other time in human history. It's also harder than ever to get off the beaten path and away from the crowds. The good news is, the diversity of terrain in the US offers some of the best rock climbing in the world. So, in this video, we are going to talk about the top 10 US destinations for single-pitch rock climbing. The video is going to be amazing, so make sure you stick to the end. Make sure to do specific research about the climbing areas, maybe buy a guidebook, and have proper rock climbing knowledge before heading out. 10. Devil's Lake, Wisconsin. One can't help but sympathize with Midwestern rock climbers. Pretty much all of the most famous rock climbing destinations in the US are in the east or the west, thousands of miles away, but there are some great, overlooked rock climbing areas in the heartland. Devil's Lake is one of them. There are well over 1,500 climbing routes at Devil's Lake, located about 2 hours from Milwaukee. It's pretty much all trad climbing here. The tops of the bluffs are mostly accessible by hiking or scrambling up, which makes it easy to set top rope anchors. Consequently, no bolts have been put in place, and sport climbing is not an option. It's quite refreshing to climb in a place unmarred by bolts. 9. New River Gorge, West Virginia. West Virginia's New River Gorge is one of the select few sites that are in close contention for best climbing in the East status. The scenery is simply spectacular, which makes the New River Gorge a popular destination not only for climbing but also for hiking, camping, fishing, and whitewater rafting. What makes the gorge special is it's not all sandstone, which is basically the perfect rock for climbing. It's beautifully textured, nearly as hard as granite, and unlike most types of sandstone, it can be climbed even when wet. The New River Gorge has 60 miles of sandstone cliff walls, where more than 3,000 climbing routes have been established across 3 major areas: the New River Gorge proper, Summersville, and the Meadow. Routes range from 30 to 120 feet. And you could quite literally spend a lifetime exploring all the possibilities this place has to offer. 8. Ten Sleep, Wyoming. Ten Sleep's popularity is understandable because of the limestone rock, tireless care given to upkeep the permanent hardware, and cliffs loaded with climbing routes at all difficulties give the sense of the area being a climber's destination. The Dolomite limestone offers stellar pockets, sharp crimps, and the general feeling that you are climbing in a gym. If you climb 5'10" fairly consistently in the gym, you will have no problem finding routes here. Most areas have an abundance of routes from 5'10" and beyond. Areas such as Shinto and Big Kahuna Pillar contain a great number of routes. For 5'11", head over to almost any area, just to name a few. Back 40 and Circus Wall. If you're interested in 5'12" and on, you can look at areas like Shinto and Ark offer abundant 5'12" routes, and Grasshopper harbors a few 5'13s. 7. Red River Gorge, Kentucky. A climbing destination of worldwide renown, the Red, as devotees know it, marks a gorgeous chasm on the Cumberland Plateau, one of the Earth's standout canyons. Famed for its sandstone cliffs and arches, the Red River Gorge has thousands of routes drawing rock climbers of all abilities to Moore Valley, mainly in the fall and spring. It's best known as a single-pitch sports climbing destination, but there are top-notch trad options as well. Many crags are directly owned by the Red River Gorge Climbers Coalition, which also puts on the popular annual Rocktoberfest event held in the fall. The toughest challenge in the Red is likely the 5'14" Golden Ticket. 6. City of Rocks, Castle Rocks, Idaho. If you're fortunate enough to venture out to the City of Rocks in Idaho, then you know that the name truly illustrates the magic that you will find there. Rocks, rocks, and yes, you guessed it, more rocks. City of Rocks' abundance of 5'9" through 5'11" climbs makes it one of the best mid-grade crags in the United States, and the mixture of bolts and gear protection, often on the same route, means it's a top spot for learning to trad climb. Just across the border from Utah, crowds are rare here. The distinctive, pitted granite makes for interesting climbing, and the approaches are usually short. While you can certainly find plenty of high-quality granite sport climbing in the area, make the trip to City of Rocks for the gorgeous and unique trad routes. Before we move on, support us by hitting subscribe and the bell icon to get notified when we post new videos. Let's get back to our topic.
5. Vidavoo, Wyoming.
Known to the Arapaho Indians as the land of the earthborn spirit,
The rock formations between Cheyenne and Laramie.
that make up Vidavoo are rumored to boost more than 700 climbs.
Many climbers refer to Vidavoo
As the Joshua Tree of Wyoming. While this rock climbing site is popular with dexterous crack climbers, less audacious visitors can also choose from a mix of bouldering and sport climbing. Vidavoo's climbing season stretches from mid-April to mid-October. You can also camp in the Vidavoo campground and hike or mountain bike the area's trails. While in the area, be sure to spend time in the surrounding cities of Laramie.
and Cheyenne.
4. The Needles of Rushmore, South Dakota. Breezy Point, Choppin Block, South Seas, Mount Baldy. Rushmore is full of diverse, large-grained granite crags and boulder fields, making it the best climbing area in the Black Hills National Forest. Unlike California's Needles and Yosemite, the spires and domes in Rushmore are bolted for sport climbing. If you want a similar adventure without the stress of placing gear, this is your spot. Rushmore is known for its adventure climbing. You should visit if you love domes and spires, but the routes are intense. It's not for beginners. There are some serious runouts and big slippery crystals in the rock. Climbing at Rushmore is more civilized than in the old days, but still one of the most unique climbing areas in the country. 3. Horseshoe Canyon, Arkansas. Horseshoe Canyon Ranch is a peaceful climbing paradise nestled in the Ozark Mountains of Arkansas. If you're a gamer, the pastures and landscape might remind you of Hyrule Field from the Zelda franchise. In terms of climbing, there are a wide range of single pitch and bouldering routes to keep you busy throughout your stay. The general difficulty of the ranch is more on the moderate side, so it's great for new climbers looking to gain confidence. While there are giant boulders scattered all over the place, the ranch is surrounded by a huge horseshoe-shaped limestone cliff, hence the name. The high routes have a myriad of cracks and trad climbs that won't disappoint. Perhaps the best part about Horseshoe Canyon Ranch is how well bolted the rock faces are, with very few run-out routes. While top roping is allowed, the routes need to be led first. 2. Smith Rock, Oregon. Smith Rock State Park is known as the birthplace of American sport climbing. With such a reputation, it's no wonder the Central Oregon spot has gained massive appeal in the last couple of decades, alongside the explosion of rock climbing as a sport. Despite its popularity with visitors, you won't find it too hard to find a route here. There are over a whopping 2,000 to choose from, and many offer the best rock climbing in Oregon. About 40 minutes north of Bend, Oregon, Smith Rock is located in a community known as Terrebonne. On its high desert landscape, the massive volcanic tuff towers that rise from the Crooked River offer a sense of majesty that makes it easy to forget about the hikers below as you ascend into an incredible view. 1. Joshua Tree, California. With thousands of quality climbing routes, Joshua Tree is great for beginners and experts. However, some say that a 5.6 at Joshua Tree feels like a 5.8 elsewhere. You'll find mostly trad climbing in cracks and on slabs and steep faces. The Monzo granite rock is notoriously rough on your hands, so bring tape and expect to use it. There are many classic climbs such as Double Cross, Sail Away, and southwest corner of Headstone Rock. The national park has 9 campgrounds, some of which offer advanced reservations, but most are first come, first served. The optimum months to visit are usually March through May and September through November. Summer temperatures can reach up to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. The summer months are less crowded owing to the heat. The busiest month of the year is March. So, that's it. Please like, share, and comment your thoughts below if you like this video. Remember to subscribe to see our next video. Stay safe, and we'll be back soon.